as I scratch my nose, and as we go live, as I say, as I scratch my nose. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have Rick
Hello.
here.
Hey,
Rick's here.
it's Rick.
And no one
Hey.
else other than me and Rick, but that's okay. Other people will join. We know it'll happen. So
Yeah.
welcome. In the chat right now, we have Mr. Blue, who has said
Welcome, Mr.
hello.
Blue.
He usually says hello early on. So there are 3 people watching. So we'll see
Awesome.
who that is. We'll see how it's going. So yeah, Rick, we haven't seen him in like in an age, a digital age. Well, it was actually we were talking about topics this morning and trying to come up with something, and Rick suggested the digital topic, and I'm like, well, it'll only work if you're here, and he's like, yeah, I'll be here.
I'll be here. Yep.
So yeah, we got Rick.
We got Rick. Yeah, it's been. Hey, Mr. Blue, how you doing? It's been touch and go for me this year. The first couple of episodes were just happened to land on family birthdays, which was unfortunate. Well, that it landed that way. That is.
Yeah.
Third one, I was sick. Fourth one, I had a special with, I believe, was last. No, that was the week before. I was there for that one, and then last week, Brick Huntress Kate on Instagram is doing the. I'm co-hosting a challenge with that, so she was showcasing me last Wednesday. So today is actually another one of our contestants showcases, but I'm missing that to be here. So.
Oh well, thank you.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that like as if to say I'm just I need to balance it out, right? So
when you get some time, go back to the YouTube video and read the description if you haven't done it, because
the one that today's
yeah, I played fun with you.
Okay.
Hi, Tick and Jeff and Mr. Blue. I don't know why she's calling you Tick.
Tick is good. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I latch
speaking
on.
Of ticks. Oh wait, no.
Speaking of ticks,
that's David.
Hey, David. What an intro, eh?
Yeah, what an intro.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. So, how's everybody? How are you doing, Dave?
Good. Since I didn't have any internet like 2 minutes ago, so feeling better now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We might be in that situation in the next couple of days because we have a storm coming through in the next couple of days.
Oh, do we? That's
great. More weather, winds, power, probably more than internet. But without power, you don't have internet technically. So.
Yep.
But good to hear you're doing well.
Good.
Dave, have you ever met Rick?
No, I haven't.
Hi, Dave. My name's Rick. I'm an AFOL.
We missed you, Rick. We got to pick on you because we missed you so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we do.
Well, I miss you guys too. It has been a weird start to the year, but I think we're through most of that now. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's hoping. Yeah, and things are improving in the world too.
Yeah.
In many ways. I can now fly back to Canada in a month-ish.
Awesome.
And not have to get the expensive COVID test. I still have to get a PCR test or like the quick test.
Okay.
But that's improving, so that's good.
Yep. And it feels like we're finally.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, it does feel slightly hopeful, more so than last year.
For sure, yeah.
I think there was still a lot of uncertainty last year, but now that we've got the greatest population vaccinated and the variant that's out. Well, we don't want to get into it deep, but the variant that's out right now is supposed to be a little milder than the others. It's feeling a little more hopeful. So
and I think the government official finally decided that we have to learn to live with the virus. So
well, I think it's at the stage
make people responsible for their own action. I think you have symptoms. You should test yourself or stay home and not see your relatives or.
Yeah, and what Jeff just said nailed it I think we're at the stage now with 90% or so, at least in Ontario, vaccinated and whatnot, and much more awareness now, and more responsible people. I would say now we're okay to go forward and live with it.
Yeah, and it's basically like a flu at this point, right? It's now going to be like the
if you're vaccinated. If you're vaccinated,
yes, granted.
Correct. Yeah.
So in chat, Mr. Blue, we shouted out to him. Eric Sith's here. My sister. Who did correct yourself and say Rick.
That's all right. I know.
And
I
Canadian
knew.
effort to say sorry.
T and R are close together, so.
Are they? They are.
Yep. The D is especially in that area especially too, on a so phone. You really have to be careful.
Well, but both of those words would work, and not because
they would.
Just because Richard is. Yeah, you're right. Like, I know. Yeah, not because you are, but
maybe I could be sometimes. Jeff, just Jeff might say so. Where is Just Jeff?
He might join later. We'll see what happens.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. He didn't say whether he was going to join. Dave did say on Sunday night, I think on our Sunday chat, Dave said he would jump in, but we'll see what happens.
He would probably jump in. He said probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the record right now, anything Dave says, he is between the B and the S, so grain of salt.
Well then, what maybe
Sunday I was always right. Now I'm in the BS zone.
This is right. Yes, this is correct. So, what were you going to say, Rick?
I was going to say, but it doesn't really work. If his name started with an O, he'd be the boss. But it's kind of like one less S.
Now he's BDS.
BDS.
BDS. That does not sound good.
No, it doesn't. So, anyways, let's carry on. So, Rick, what have you been doing?
BDS. Oh,
why don't we start with you? Yeah. Do the round table or the triangle table today?
Who are we starting with?
Yeah, you. Rick.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You were here first.
Because you were here on time.
Yeah.
I was late, so we're starting with you.
Woohoo! So what have I been up to? This year.
This year.
It's February.
In 2022. What has Rick been doing in 2022?
Yes.
Not being here. Anyway.
Right. So I have had quite a busy year so far, actually. So I've been featured on this Instagram program called Don't Sweat the Lego Technique, which is hosted by John Blockhead23. His name is John, but his username is Blockhead23, and it's on Back to Brick 2. That's the Instagram page. And basically, he's gathered together lots of great builders to showcase them, to kind of highlight them where maybe they weren't getting highlighted before type thing. And he's also curating what he feels is good content in terms of creations and whatnot on Instagram. And it ranges from brick-built things to digital things to people making custom minifigures. It's a whole range of things. It's a great little mini-series. He wanted me in season 1, or what he's calling series 1. I pulled out because I wasn't really ready personally. And then series 2 came along and I said, yeah, let's do this. And he said, great. So that happened. That was every Sunday for the first 4 weeks of January. So that's why I missed the Sunday chats. And then in terms of other things, I completed.
And you were there for as a host or?
As a guest, so like a featured guest. So he was the host, and he was basically interviewing me, and I was teaching people how I do what I do, both with brick built design and also digitally, and just kind of talking to the people in the chat. It was really great experience.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I completed my very first lug bulk order earlier this week. Yep. Actually, it was Saturday that I...
Lug bulk or...
No.
What's that?
Sorry, which order did you do?
Lug bulk.
Lug bulk. Oh, because you guys are in a... Yeah, you're in a...
In the Toro lug, yeah.
Yeah.
So that... I missed it last year because I had only been a member for a month or so. Yeah. And so they said, yeah, there's really... You're really not going to be involved because, yeah. So this year...
We don't trust you?
Well... I guess it was just maybe because I hadn't been long enough. They said you're not really allowed to be in it just yet. But this year I was allowed to be in it, and I made some purchases. The piece selection wasn't the most exciting. Like I didn't go too crazy, but I did get some nice tiles, some snot bricks, a bunch of these, which are coming my way, tree pieces. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to get that, and some base plates, some 32 by 32 base plates. So, yep. I did that, and I haven't been mocking much. Yes, this is it.
Yes, but I'm just going through. Sorry, I cut you off there, but I'm just going through, and I still don't see your name anywhere in the hashtags at the bottom here. So I don't know.
Oh, that's series 1. That's why.
Oh, is this series 2?
Maybe.
Because
if you just go to Talkin' Brick. No, this is Talkin' Brick. So he's got a number of different. Yeah, this is the one you want to go to. So scroll down the list, and you'll see videos. Go to videos, not reels.
Oh, I was in videos.
There you go. And scroll down, and you'll eventually
need to talk to the Instagram king there.
Yeah.
Oh,
there I am.
There's his mug.
Right. So that's right.
I muted.
Hey, we know that guy.
Yep.
Do we? It did say Psycho right above his name, so yeah. But
don't mess with me. So yeah, this is John, and he's really good, really great guy, and he's doing a great service to the Instagram community, pulling some people out of the woodwork, myself included. I am definitely one of the lesser known builders on there. There are some builders that have 10 times the followers I do, so it's nice to be included in that group. And it was just a nice time to chat with him and just kind of go through my process. So it was fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, he's only got 2,000 followers.
I do. So I hit the 2,000 mark last week, late last week, and with some help from my friends as well. They were featuring me on their posts and whatnot. Hey, look who it is.
Just saying, Rick.
Well,
what about me? What about me, Jeff?
Are you a Daz?
No, I'm Le Coin de la Brique.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're the weird one.
Wait, Coin de la Brique. Coin. Just coin.
No,
that's not the one.
Did I spell brick wrong?
I'm not even there.
Just type David. Just type David and it'll come up. Because he's one of your contacts, right? There you go.
Coin de la Brick, not the Coin de la Brick. He lied to me. 56.
56.
Hey, it doesn't. It's all good.
For the record, he only does have 5 posts.
5 posts, exactly.
The more followers you get.
This is it.
Just based on that, let's just go back for a second. I have Rick has 318 posts, and I have 227. So yeah, I mean, obviously, when I pass that 300 level, I'll jump by 10 times my followers.
You know what it is for me. Actually, if you want to go back to my page, there's a couple things I've built that
you're internet famous.
That's not it. I just engage a hell of a lot. Like I like to do it. I comment on people's posts. I chat with people. I get involved with live streams. I'm just very active on Instagram, and it's definitely my main social media platform. So that reflects it. I mean, I make reels. If you go to reels, you can see some funny reels that maybe you haven't seen yet. Play play that one. It's fun.
Well, I have no audio on, but
turn it on, just at the bottom there.
Well, I don't want to get kicked off. No, I've literally muted the site too. So
I see. Can you
hear this?
No.
Can't hear it anyhow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny, and a lot of people are like, how do you
go like and subscribe to Rick's channel?
There you go. Yeah, follow him because
just go follow me on Instagram right now, and you'll see it. Anyway, if you go back to the builds, I'll show you the 2 digital builds that I've made this year.
The one like these ones?
Yeah. So this was go to that one. Yeah. So I posted this in
that one.
Thanks. I posted this in our messenger chat. So this was a bit of a joke. So Brett Hooper noticed some binoculars in my minifig, my sig fig habitat.
Yeah.
And he says, I see you've even got a spaceship on your shelf. And I thought, well, it was actually meant to represent my APC, a poor representation at that. But I said, let's make it into a spaceship. So I went ahead and made it into a spaceship. So that was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I saw you drop the red version today.
Yes. So last night during my stream with TK Bricks, Tim, who's a very affluent member of the community, as well as Kate, Brick Huntress, he showed us a couple of digital models that were Star Wars modified to reflect like Darth Vader. And I was inspired by that. So while we were on the stream, I decided to make mine into a Darth Vader-ish,
So for the most part, were you just color swapping like through the
Exactly.
app? Yeah. Okay.
And it was really quick. And there are colors that don't exist. Like the canopy doesn't come in trans red. Those little dinosaur looking fins at the front, they don't come in black. They only come in dark gray. So that's actually the lower jaw of a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
I thought that. I didn't know what that part was. I just assumed it was one of those weird shield pieces that they've had with. It's got like 2 pips on it, but.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Blue is subbed to your channel, so.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I think I follow Mr. Blue too. I hope I do. If I don't, I will.
Anyways, let's go back to regular chat mode. Yeah, so
that's it. That's it for me.
You've been enjoying the Instagram fame.
It's been busy.
Yeah, you seem to be in a lot of. Like, I get that as your primary social media thing. That makes sense, right?
But I'm still dabbling in YouTube, as you know. I'm here, and on Friday I'm going to be on London Bridge Bricks in the afternoon. Cool. So
yeah. So have you been on London Bridge Bricks before, or?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. He's basically got me on a 2-week rotation, which is nice. So, and I've met they're great people over there. Mm-hmm. So you've been on there, have you not, Jeff?
No, have not.
Okay, well, let's see if we get
just for the record, for everybody watching, Rick's on a weekly rotation here.
I am on a weekly rotation,
but we're not great people.
But what? That's absolutely not true. You guys are amazing. You guys are my homies.
I'm just bugging you. We're not internet famous like those Londoners. Anyway. I just bugging you. You know that, right?
Know. Yeah, I do. I hope.
I don't mean anything personally by it.
Yeah. See this up here? See this right here, guys? See this little sign right here?
Yeah.
This is my home right here. So this is my home. Okay. Home base.
So when you did that, I should have. When you pointed up like that, I should have quickly done this.
Here, guys.
Awesome. Anyway. How about you, Dave? What have you been working on doing?
Well, like Rick, I just finished my lug bulk order today because the closing date was today at noon for the lug bulk order for Kellogg. So I did that. The process at Kellogg is a little complicated because only certain people can select the pieces going into the order, and only a selected. Well, you have to meet certain criteria, like Rick probably had to. We set the bar for those people who can actually order on the lug bulk order.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But I was lucky this year because there's like 26 pieces that go through a popular vote. That every people that can choose a piece, you can like suggest 5 different pieces, and everybody else votes on the suggestions, and we pick out like 26 pieces. Then everybody who can actually order and select a piece, they each select one piece.
Yeah.
And then we fill out the remaining order with the most popular pieces that were voted in. Yeah, so I got to select a piece, but one of my pieces that I suggested was also picked up. So, and we got a few good selection in the order. So, but I didn't go like, usually I don't go all in on the order. I don't like buy the full amount.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, but it's still a pretty hefty amount of money. Well, it's a good amount, especially considering that at Kellogg we pay the order in advance, and then we wait for the order to come in. So
and it's
a long time. Usually we're like, Kellogg is like the last lug who gets, we're the last lug who gets our order. It usually comes in like in October. So
October, I was thinking October, November, but yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, so don't make any plans for the parts you ordered until you.
Well, I always say to new people coming into the club and like new people coming into the order, don't expect your pieces for this year. Yeah. Like, plan for your project for next year.
Yeah.
See,
you're not gonna get them for.
Well, that's unfortunate. I did buy some pieces based on hoping to build my Psycho house in real life this year for Halloween. So I'm still going to do it. And if I can't get the pieces in time, I'll buy them from Jeff or something. By the way, Jeff, I went to your Bricklink store and it says it's under construction and you need a password. Is that still
not under construction? It was closed because I went to a Brick Fair and came back and restocked my store in the past month. I actually just opened it yesterday and I have 4 orders already. So
nice.
check it out now. Yeah,
I'm going to. Excellent.
I don't know if I'll have anything you need for Psycho, but
So basically, what I did my Blood Bowl order, I got this week.
Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah, awesome.
I got 2 of them. If you
two
want,
full cases.
2 full cases.
Wow.
What
okay.
people put that up for? You can get that through Lug
No.
Boat?
No.
That's not Lug Boat.
I got. I'm
Oh,
curious,
lost this.
Rick, and we can chat later.
Digital Dave. I see. Perfect. Gotcha. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I told you guys that I also got this week.
Oh,
Which
BB-8.
was my prize for participating in the mock of the month on the Kellogg forum. So
awesome.
it was, and I won because it was like a draw between all those who participated in last year.
Yep.
So and I got lucky. So
awesome, man.
Yeah.
I never won. I never actually won the popular vote, but I won this. So
Hey,
You got the You Showed Up prize.
yeah. Well, at least I showed up.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
If you don't show up, you're not gonna get any.
You don't win.
Exactly.
You don't win. If you don't buy any tickets, you can't win. So,
Awesome.
so basically, that's what I did this week.
All right, and hockey, of course.
And hockey, and I also did. I showed it on Sunday, but I also finished another module for my Starbase project that we're going to showcase on the May 28th and 29th event, which good to know. It appears we won't have to ask for people's vaccine passport because the restrictions are being lifted. So that's good.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But I don't use that phrase anymore because it's been like used ad nauseam for
There's
like
another light at the end of it.
It's a dim light. It's dim with some smoke in front of it or something.
Yeah. You run out of things to say and look forward to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. So
I'm being very, very cautious with this light.
Yep.
I've been burned like a few times.
Oh yeah, exactly. But all you can do is keep on going and see what happens, right? So,
but it gives me hope that we may be able to organize the only Lego convention in all of Canada.
I know. Like.
Yep. I'll be there. Assuming it happens. I'll be there. No, I'll be there. End of story. Even if it doesn't happen, I'll be outside waiting, going, where is everybody?
Where is everybody?
I drove in November to Montreal. Where is everybody? Oh, jeez. So I have embraced my need to be 100% complete for a video.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry to have given you your diagnosis.
Oh my goodness!
So
look at that.
that's the big one, which was try and see. Yeah, you can see what it is.
Yeah, we can see it.
That's
Which
awesome.
I got on sale. It was like $84 instead of $120.
It was the last one that was missing, right?
Yes.
Hey.
No, I'm still missing one. Hey, Davey. I'm still missing the pirate ship one, which is like an $80 set. But I'm basically monitoring all the sites and waiting for it to actually get discounted because it's at regular price right now. Once I get that, then I basically have everything. I might be one tile short because there's one of the collectible tiles I don't have that doesn't come in one of those sets.
Is this going to be a keep thing for you, or is it a turn? Are you turning?
Well, I'm keeping the figs and the tiles that come in it.
Okay.
But the parts I'll probably put in my store at some point.
Gotcha.
I just basically added like $1,000 worth of parts to my store in the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I don't intend to add more for a while. I ended up picking up 2 $5. Like I drove to Whitby from here, so I drove like an hour to get this set because I had to get out of the Toys R Us, and that's my closest Toys R Us. And while I was there, it was last Friday night. While I was there, I hit a couple of the Walmarts in that area, and I did find a couple more video figure packs that were $5 a piece. So even though I have them already, I bought them just because, again, I'll put them in my store at some point.
Yep.
But I'll just sit on them for now because I don't think they're going to sell much right now anyhow.
It hurt.
So I did that, and hi, Dave. I might come visit. I might go visit Dave on the weekend on Saturday. I might pop in and say hi quickly because I have to head that way at some point. But he doesn't know that yet. I haven't told him. So.
Oh,
don't tell him.
The Brick Shack.
Make it a surprise.
What did you say, Dave?
We can go
Make
into
it
the
a
Brick
surprise.
We can go into what?
The Brick Shack.
The Brick Shack. Oh yeah, we
I was
could.
just going to say that. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
I haven't been there since you guys were there with me.
Yeah. Okay.
me neither.
Oh,
All right.
damn it.
I know.
Well, I'm leaving from. No, that won't work out. I was gonna say I'm leaving from Peterborough. You can come with me. And I'm like, no, because I got to do stuff afterwards, so that wouldn't work.
What time will you be down there? Like in the day?
Whenever. I hadn't set a time on it yet, but
Okay.
Now having Dave dangle the Brick Shack there,
Right?
we can maybe talk offline or whatever and figure it out, or talk online. I don't care. So I've also started. I'm trying to prepare for Bricks Cascade in Portland. So as the story went with the Space Hainer, it had been crumbled into millions of pieces. So I've got all the bases built. I'm starting to work on the walls.
Go, Jeff.
Space. And, I'm embracing my inner color on the underside. And I did manage to rescue most of the door for the classic space building. That I will get that back in there. But right now I'm trying to. I have to redesign everything so that I can take the walls off and the roof off. So I'm like doing it with Technic pins or whatever.
So we can pack it down.
So I can pack it flat to put it in my suitcase. And the one challenge I'm having right now is I've only got about 3 studs width or depth. I might have to go to 4. And I want to get Technic beams inside of that and everything. So it's hard to figure out how to pack it all in and still get spacing for what I want in there. So, and be able to, like, this is the old roof. So I still want to be able to run all those yellow tubes in here and have like the air vents. Well, okay, I'm pointing.
Wow, those pieces are so classic.
Yeah. So I want to be able to do that. And I've got those roof supports, which only came out in the early 2000s. I want to keep those in there too because that just looks awesome. And I'm going to be able to light it too now that I've got the Lifelike kit. So that I have to try and get that all done before March 9th or 10th. So Dave, you could technically start a countdown again. So yeah, that's what I've been working on.
No, I don't want to.
Good.
Because you're gonna start a countdown for my shelves, and I don't want to.
You're getting shelves?
A countdown for your shelves. But I'm not being shellfish.
Jeff.
Okay, for the record, this was written before I said that. This person made Midwest Vikings. Hello, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Blue says hi too, Dave.
It is
Hi,
a great
everybody.
show.
Hi, Mr. Blue.
So.
This guy named Brickhamston said, "Hi, Mr. Blue. Hi, Mr. Brickhamston." Oh wait, he's already here.
He's in here.
I don't know who he is. Just
He's a rare occurrence.
Yeah, I don't. It's a stranger. I've never heard of this person.
Yes.
And Midwest Viking 82. I was a Viking, but not Midwest.
You're
Hi,
Dutch.
Eric.
You're
Hi,
Dutch.
Lon.
You're not Scandinavian, dude.
No. Winona Vikings is my high school.
Oh,
Go team.
go team. All right,
Winona
speaking of it,
Vikings.
Go
why don't
sports.
you tell us what you've been working on, Dave?
Pardon?
What have you been working on, Dave?
I got 40 more life lights today.
Woohoo!
40 more?
Yeah, 40. I ran out. So I ordered them last week, and Rob sent me 40 more. So I can now finish lighting the layout. So I'm hoping maybe when Jeffy's here on the weekend, I'm hoping to set it up in the living room.
Wow.
The whole layout.
Awesome.
I don't know that I'll be there for that long, but okay.
You will now.
I'm gonna commandeer Jeff's stream here, and I might live stream the entire thing.
You can totally do that. I was gonna say though, as long as you're streaming it, which you will be doing, and then I can run up and kick it.
That's right.
Just because. I was hoping to try to get more views.
Well, because at the end of every classic science fiction movie, they blow things up, like a planet, or like the Babylon 5 station, or whatever. They have a big explosion. So if we put
Damn
firecrackers,
you!
yeah, exactly.
You blew it up! You
ready for this?
blew
You
it up!
bitch.
Bad dad joke, Colin. You can call it a boots,
A boot.
and I'll wear boots.
Boots.
And
A
I'll
boot,
kick it.
boot to the head. A boot to
A
the
boot
head.
to the head. Gruberman, who disturbs our tranquility as a pebble disturbs the pond? Me, Ed Gruberman.
I don't get that. What was that from, Dave?
That's from was it Kids in the Hall?
Yep.
Oh,
Kid in the
Oh
Hall.
wow, okay.
I think
I
it's
should
Kids in
have
the
got that, but I was quite young when Kids in the Hall were out. So
Who disturbs our tranquility as a pebble disturbs the pond? Patience. How long is that going to take? Boot to the head.
A boot to the head.
anyway, so yes, Dave, you got life flights.
I do.
I don't know that I've seen a video in the past few days.
No, I have not been down here in the past few days.
Oh, okay. Well, there we
I've
go.
been hanging out with the fam.
How dare you?
And as a matter of fact, you can see
If your family is obstructing your hobby,
right now, I cleared off seven Galaxy Explorers were right here like 15 minutes ago. So
Wow.
they're all put in the storage. I got one left.
He just cleared him off his table, threw him onto the ground.
That's all. Oh, that's because I have to do this again.
Most people play Don't Step on the Lego Bricks. Dave plays Don't Step on the Galaxy Explorers.
I have to figure out with this thing because I got the lifelike kits at the bottom, so I have to figure out where to drill the big holes on the plate here. So I'm going to do that right after the show's over. I'm going to take it up to the garage and get my big, huge hole saw and cut some holes. And this will be my second last module done. I got one more module to finish after this.
Yeah.
So that should be done by the weekend.
Are you still going to route out paths for the wires as well?
So what? I'm probably going to do that when I'm doing the setup upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
So because then they'll all be out and I can just take them all to the garage at the same time. I got a Forstner bit that I use for other things. So I'll just kind of Forstner where the wires are.
Gotcha.
Just kind of eyeball it basically on here and take down a millimeter or something. Because it does sit proud. I mean, the double face tape that I have is this stuff that you get from the dollar store, and it's about, I would say, a millimeter thick. It's transparent stuff, and it sticks very well, but it's kind of like a stretchy goop.
Oh yeah.
But, and it is really sticky. So it does give a little bit of a gap between the base plate and the wood, but not much for the wire. So, because with the resistors and all that stuff inside the actual LEDs and these little white things at the end here, they're thicker than that.
Right.
So the base plate does sit higher than the other base plates. So
yeah,
I'm gonna chisel out or drill out where those wires are. The other thing that's very, very extremely important for this is my Valentine's Day present from my beautiful wife.
Oh,
oh,
that's awesome.
She made that.
Cool.
I had no idea she was making it. She got the Cricut out and she took some minifigs from the collection. And
she
made
stole classic space minifigs.
That's okay. That's a memory box.
Fair enough.
Memory
Just so you
frame.
don't forget who she is.
What's her name?
Yeah.
The love of my life.
Lego.
You better not be watching this, or else I'll have to sleep with when I open tonight. My beautiful bride.
Now he's just trying to kiss up.
Non-Lego significant other.
And your friend Jeffy.
Yes, this is true.
You've known her longer than I have.
This is true.
Wow.
But you could stay with her. It's okay. Wait, that didn't come out right. You know what I mean. Anyway.
You can stick with her.
Oh, yeah.
It just us. It's our show.
Functioning. So yeah. So
Oops, he's not watching. We have 7 people watching.
yeah, I was going to say, as Dave was talking about how he was going to drill out the wood and stuff, if he had paused for a second, I was about to say, for those of you who are just joining, welcome to Lego and Lumber with your host Dave. But,
Lego and lumber.
How to mix and match your Lego with
Yes.
woodwork.
Watch as he marks out the
And I've
place
done
for
that.
the holes.
he does drill things too, so like drill Lego plates. So which is there's
No,
nothing
no,
wrong
he
with it.
destroys them.
Well, that's-
Trashes. Yeah,
Trash. You trash your collection, Dave.
I do.
Everybody knows it.
There's
It's all
12
over
holes-
YouTube.
12 holes in here. 12 holes that were not there when it was produced.
Yeah.
And you can't get these things anymore, new, right? I mean, they've been discontinued.
What? They're no longer available? What?
I'm so jealous.
Is that because you bought them all?
Rick hit the nail on the
And
head
it's your,
with this one.
every time I think, whatever, and then I see a lot on Facebook Marketplace up by your place over there, and I
Yeah.
go, I'm gonna go over to Kitchener and get some more.
So awesome.
But he's cutting back, everybody. He is cutting back. He said this numerous times in videos today because I watched them, or videos from the past few weeks that I've watched. So just watch.
Why are
for
they
what's
gonna
it
be
called?
Cutting back, yeah.
Well, I'm only buying, and this is maybe I can steal it. We went to Valley Village a few weeks back,
Again,
and
you didn't post it on Facebook.
what was in here? There was something in here that was classic space. Can't see it now, but I found the white thrusters that came in the 6985, which are pretty expensive, or blue ones. So I got make some more 6985s maybe.
Cool.
I don't know. See what happens.
Because Dave doesn't have enough, so that's or ships.
I do want to do one show that every landing pad has a capital ship on it.
Oh, I get that. So
Wow.
I look forward to seeing it, Dave.
Me too. see what happens.
Yeah.
So shall we jump into the news?
The news.
There's a little bit of news.
This week in the news.
I almost hit remove to remove the news. We don't want to do that. So first, a few things related to Lego corporate more than Lego sets. The first one was something that dropped today. Lego Foundation is giving $143 million globally to tackle early year development. So Lego giving back to kids programs and such, which makes total sense because they're your bread and butter for, sales and stuff. And why not get started young with Lego, right? I didn't read the article. I'll be honest. I just saw it and pulled it up. 143 US, if I didn't say that, because that's a little different than 143 Canadian.
Yeah.
Or other things. But anyways, next up, also Lego. I think we talked about this. I know I've talked about this in the past week, but I think that was on Fazoom's channel on Thursday night.
Yeah, it was on Fazoom's channel because
okay.
it was announced again on Thursday.
On Thursday, the day after. So yeah, Lego is going to spend some money also expanding their headquarters in Billund, significantly expanding their headquarters in Billund. Construction between 23 and 25.
Well, I'm not surprised because considering the results that they announced last year, all this cash had to be invested somewhere. Otherwise, they were gonna get hammered with taxes.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they're going to connect the existing Lego factory with a new 46,000 square meter building. Combine this will become 100,000 square meter Kronmarken campus. Anyways, on the outskirts of the town. So, that means they'll also probably be able to hire more people to work.
Yeah.
So, get your resumes ready.
Or just
or keep building, and maybe they'll find you.
Do you really want to work for Lego?
I'd love to work for Lego. I don't want to live in Billund right now because I have, teenagers. Well, actually, maybe I could. They wouldn't even notice I'm gone. You laugh, but
teenagers.
It's true.
No, I know. I said to my wife a couple years ago when we were talking about Lego Masters and working for Lego, I said, what would you do if one day Lego asked just happened to ask, and she says, "Let's do it." She wants us to move out there. I'm like, "Wow."
Well,
okay.
I would love to live out there. I think it's a beautiful country.
It would.
I've never been,
I would
but-
easily love to do it for a year and then
Yeah.
maybe just come back because I got family here that.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, it doesn't pay that much.
No, probably not. But
You would probably make a lot more money staying at your current job than
Right.
it pays in
working.
bricks, doesn't it?
Not that much.
In bricks? Really? You don't
Really.
even get a lot of bricks? Anyways, okay. So
Well, you have access to a lot of bricks, but they have to stay on
I
in
figured
the
that was,
workplace.
I figured that's
it-
how your salary was paid. You know, you get 50 bricks today, 50 bricks tomorrow. 50
Imagine that.
cents
Imagine that. And you could trade them in for food.
for food.
It's like food stamps, but it's bricks instead.
Yeah, but it's worth $10.
If they give you access to the vault and you get to choose what you want, I'd volunteer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would never happen. But
Did you know there's 2 vaults?
I did not know that.
yeah, I'd heard that because there's one in the Lego factory now too, right? Or in the Lego museum, the Lego house.
There's the one that there's the one that they show to select few people, like the public.
Yeah.
And then there's the real vault.
Yeah,
where-
the real vault is in the head office, in the basements. Speaking of Lego, because we were, and I couldn't find a better segue. Lego is opening its first store in Ireland.
Oh yes, that's right.
For the Gary Mullanes out there,
Ireland.
who isn't there for our chat, but he must be happy. So it's the first store in Ireland. They've been wanting one forever, and they previously would have had to drive into London, England. I'm not sure what the closest store was, but definitely not as close as Dublin, Ireland. So,
And apparently, it will have exclusive sets to that store as well. So that's
oh
cool.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that in here.
Like an Irish spring. soap.
Yeah. Bar of soap.
A bar of soap Lego sets. Is Irish Spring actually from Ireland though? Like just
I don't think so.
they might
just
have
funny
they might
that-
have a buildable Lego Guinness though. Maybe they'll do that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
For
In a
anybody
book
who
format.
for anybody who missed out on the Harry Potter Gryffindor dorm set, it is apparently back. I did not confirm this, but we'll try and confirm that when we look at the Lego set stuff later.
Yeah.
Purchase of $100 or more on Lego.com. Obviously, $100 or more US, so probably 130-ish Canadian.
Mm.
We'll figure out that as well. Next up, this I posted or I pulled up just because my mom used to have a sewing box that looked like this. It was just brown wooden, but I saw this and I thought of my mother. So and yeah, so I'm just going to mute this site for a second. Oops, not pin it. Mute it. Try that again. And we'll just play the video for a second, just because if anybody hasn't seen the style of the box, it opens up. And this is actually looks like it's some kind of a fighting arena or something in the middle.
Wait,
I just thought it was kind of a cool
Oh,
design.
That is cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah, it just again cool, interesting design, and kind of neat to see things that are different on Lego.com.
exactly.
And that's something you could technically use for other things. Like you could put your
Oh, yeah.
collectible figs in there, like the figs you
that'd
don't
be
want, or you could just leave the ninja stuff in there. Bricklink Designer Program round 1. They pushed the shipping dates back again. I actually, as I ordered the Pursuit
Why
of
am
Flight
I
one.
not surprised?
Yeah, well, so it's now they're expected to arrive now in March 2022. Last I heard it was February, I think late February. So now they're saying March. And I'm probably due to cargo containers, port shortages, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yes, my sister actually has that sewing box. Yes. I knew you did, sis, but anyways, I'll just get a Lego version if it ever becomes a real set.
Yep. Or you could build your own.
Or I could build my own. That's true. I'll just add it to the list.
Yeah.
I have a list. I'm serious.
List of things to build.
Speaking of list of things to buy, build. I'm not personally buying this, but we're getting into the set releases that happened in the past week. The Boba Fett's throne room, which is Jabba's old palace, it was released, or we finally have real images of it, or
real images. You can
real
actually
isn't the word,
pre-order it
Yeah.
on Lego.com.
Yeah, and by real I mean non-spoiler pictures, shall we say?
Well,
So
I'm gonna
there's
say I'm liking the Book of Boba Fett. I watched them all, and just
Okay.
like I liked the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Star Wars is really good on TV. I hate to say it, but it's really good on TV.
There
Jeff,
are a lot
can
of people that aren't happy with the Book of Boba Fett, but
Can you maximize that image there, Jeff?
yeah, I can. I can't
Or
do
just
that, but
hold
I can.
control and zoom in a bit? Yeah.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you go.
I do know how.
I think probably what I'm most excited about this set is the inclusion of I don't even know what his name is, but the guy with the huge neck.
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah,
You don't know who Bib Fortuna is?
I don't know his name.
I don't keep track of the characters. I only know the main guys.
Well, I know him. I don't know because he was a character from the original series, from like
That's right.
episode 2, 3, whatever it was, or
And
sorry,
of course Boba Fett.
4, 6, or 5 or 6. And that just reminded me of a meme I saw yesterday, which was someone saying, "Why did Star Wars?" I think
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi saying,
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
where was Star Wars 5, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3? And then Yoda answers, because in charge of the scheduling, I was.
That was funny. So yeah, there's this. Thank you for helping me with my lack of words.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
So also released or announced was the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter. Just for the record, if you haven't seen the Book of Boba Fett yet, Lego kind of spoiled it.
Look
for you.
away.
But anyways, this is
a lot of fun. I'm gonna say that it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it all.
But this set is especially expensive, like $80 for 412 pieces.
Yeah,
that's like, ouch.
Well, I mean, they did have to ship it in for Naboo. No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's I
got you get a little repair droid. Is that a little repair droid down there?
Yeah, this little guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm wondering if it has to do with some of the parts, because there are a lot of newer parts in here. Like all
but it's the Star Wars tax. That's all it is.
That's what it is. It's a Star Wars.
And people are gonna buy it, so just to be complete.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
because every Star Wars set, they eventually go on sale. So
yeah. So
unless you're that guy who needs to have all the sets right now when they're coming out,
who would do that?
Just wait for them to go on sale. They always go on sale either on Amazon or on Toys R Us or.
Sorry, I had a cough there. It sounded like
I heard it.
Yeah. There is a new piece on the back of this, though, that was noticed not by me but by someone else, and it is a roof peak that drops down. Like the first studs at normal height level, and the last 3 are like a brick lower or 2 bricks lower. It looks like there's a line there. So I'm trying to figure out how you would work that into a roof.
Why would they make that piece?
I don't know. I guess because they wanted a downward angle that had a peak in it, but
that is
like they could have just done like 4 individual roof peaks and just had it step down a couple of plates or something.
Or just had it go straight out and that's it. Like,
so I'd like to see what they use that for another, because there must have been another purpose for that and they just used it here. I don't think they would create a new mold just for
that's
set.
Well,
that's
what the $80 is paying for. That new
paying for, yeah. So
look at the trans blue movie reel.
These have been around for a while, actually.
In trans blue
and trans neon green and a few other trans colors.
I knew neon green, but I did not know trans blue.
No, trans blue, I'm pretty sure I have some. I can verify
I got them in neon green.
Yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure I have them in. I'll double check.
I don't have any new sets.
Or we can just
oh yeah, bricklink it. Yeah.
That is a wheel, not a Technic brick. Market parts.
Yeah, it is a wheel.
Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't we do this?
A wheel within a wheel.
Trans neon blue. It used to be Technic. That's why I was. question. I just had to do it in my head properly. Translate blue. Categories. Wheel. Ba-dum, ba-dum, doo, 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 doo. Available in 11 sets of Translate Blue. And as early as the Millennium Falcon in 2021. Nope.
Last year.
This Iron Man set was in 2021.
So far long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Whoops. Hold on, sorry. We had years. Yeah, so 2002 it first came out. Then the next time in 2015. Wow. I forget what this set was. Oh, hey, guess what? It was in the original.
That's great.
That's the UCS version.
Oh, the UCS version, yeah.
With the chrome.
With the chrome. But it's funny because I didn't have any of those. I didn't have that set. But I remember having those a long time ago. And looking at the years, that's weird.
I got the non-chrome version of that. It's what I picked up a lot years ago.
But I'm pretty sure I must. I know I have a few of the chrome pieces, so maybe I got like part of that set.
Because it came with actually.
I'll be right back.
Classic space wing plates.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look, I'm Jeff.
Oh, look, he's me. Because he's still logged in as me, and I updated my. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. A few more images of that, and then we get more images of the. Not really sure why they have the pink brick in here.
All right, you guys are gonna laugh.
Okay, here we go.
You have it too?
I have the set with it.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Right
Is
there.
that a new piece? Is that a new piece?
Hold on, we'll
Like literally, I'm brutal at
We
this.
forget these things.
Hold on. Solo. There you go.
Jeff's just going to do it.
It's right there.
It's hilarious.
Did you build this yourself, Rick?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
yeah, 'cause
rebuilt. This is a bulk lot buy, and I rebuilt it.
But that's not the chrome one though.
No, but it's a nice one. I like this one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, that's why I'm wondering because, when we were looking at that, it didn't. Sorry, go back to this. When we were looking at Bricklink, which I just closed, it's getting me the years that it's saying it was available because.
Well, then that's why when I saw the Naboo Starfighter, the original there, I was like, wait a second. And then I quickly bricklinked it myself and realized I had it.
Oh, that Naboo Starfighter was a 2015 set. Oh, see, I didn't realize they re-released that set. That's how much I didn't care about the Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, and apparently there's one in the Doctor Who TARDIS set, which I have yet to build.
Oh, yeah.
I own it, but I just have yet
There's
to build
two of
it.
them,
yet.
actually.
You have the excuse that you haven't built a TARDIS, but you did build that Naboo set.
That's weird, Jeff. It says 1 on my screen and 2 on yours. That's weird.
You might be looking at the bottom. You might have to scroll up a little bit because it's one extra or a counterpart. Oh, yeah. So it's a counterpart. So sometimes some sets came with 1, some came with 2 because of weirdness.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway.
So yeah, we looked at most of those. Oh well, there's the pictures of large scale minifigs. Maybe I should zoom out a bit for a second. I don't know if there's any details you want to see on these. It looks like if most of the other Star Wars.
And that set's going to be
sets.
$129.99. So it's a decent price for that set.
Yep.
But it doesn't come with a baby Rancor. I want a baby Rancor.
It doesn't come with a Rancor. This is true. Not that there's a baby one anywhere in the Star Wars universe, Dave.
That's right. I'm not giving any spoilers at all.
No, not at all. Anyway, all right, next one. Also announced was the Horizon Forbidden West Tallneck, which is a video game related creature.
I haven't seen the commercial for this thing and over all my TikTok streams. It thing's gorgeous.
It does look beautiful, and yes, I have seen the video game commercial on my on TikToks or on things. Yeah. But it's a cool looking set for sure. I'm not sure how well it'll sell. I'm not sure how popular this is. I had heard this set where the game that this came from was fairly old, like 5 or 6 years old. So,
but I might not buy it because I don't know what it is, but I might buy it for the pieces because the parts look cool in it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It has a really great selection of parts.
And
if I wanted to redo the Mist movie, the horror movie in Lego, I'd buy that thing.
Yeah. And Dave, it's a great start for an enterprise.
Oh,
There you go.
you
We
kill
already
me.
have a sponsor section.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So yeah, 79 US. I would assume available in May. 1,222 pieces.
The only thing I'm gonna be getting is the Optimus.
Dave,
The Optimus,
gotten there
100%.
please wait.
That's, it's coming up. I got it.
And
Alright.
it's coming. And it's coming.
Jurassic Park sets, we did see at the top, but we'll get to it at the bottom. Jurassic World sets that were released as well this week, or announced this week. We got this little
Along with the new trailer for the movie. So
along with the new trailer, yeah, lots of new trailers this week too. Anyways, okay. Sorry, I just looked over at chat to see if there's anything happening over there. Oh, Big Nate, Mr. Big Nate joined us as well.
Hi, Big Nate.
So welcome. Sorry. So the Triceratops set here that came out, or that was talked about. Cool looking little set. I mean, a couple of.
I like the pickup truck.
Yeah, the pickup truck's pretty decent. And some kind of hit the front end and the hood pops off. Reminds me of the Smash Derby cars way back when.
I love the Smash Up Derby
Or
cars.
the Hot Wheels that got smashed. You were like they had a turning piece
Yeah.
that.
From 5 to 7,
the hood
my most
would
favorite
flip.
toy
Yeah.
ever is the
Yeah.
Smash Up Derby. Oh my goodness.
There's also the Pyroraptor and Dilophosaurus transport set. I like this truck. This one looks pretty nice, if you ask me, personal opinion. But and trailer. So we got a couple of guys.
Because it's a Ford truck, right?
I don't know that that's a Ford, for the record.
It looks like a Ford.
Well, maybe we'll have to wait for the movie to see. But if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it because it gives you all the warm tinglies because they bring back so much of the cast.
They bring all the.
It looks so good. Almost all of them, yeah.
Well, yeah, almost all the ones that are still alive, at least. I guess it would be.
Yeah,
that sounds
all of those who haven't been eaten yet.
But
they bring them back.
The original founder of Jurassic Park. Yeah, he's physically
John Hammond.
Yeah, John Hammond. He's died in real life.
Yeah.
But his voice is in the movie as well. Like they had his voice doing the voiceover in the movie, or in the trailer at least. So I thought that was
the
trailer. Laura Dern's in it too, really?
Yeah, they're all in it.
Oh well, I'm gonna watch it then because the original's my favorite. All the worlds were not.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, the one thing I was noticing was I didn't see Chris Pratt in any of these sets. I don't think.
It's probably because there's so many of him already.
I was gonna say Chris Pratt's probably got the most Lego minifigs ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is. He holds the record for the most minifig of him.
I agree. I also wonder if there's a third set for this line for the movie.
Probably.
That we just haven't
probably
seen
a bigger set.
Because we only have two small dinosaur sets here. And then the big one that was announced was this one, which is absolutely amazing. $100 US, so $130.
That's the original. That was one of my favorite scenes ever.
Yeah, Ford Explorers, although the really old ones. But anyways, I
want to just say something about this set.
Sure.
I think the trucks are too tall.
Yeah, they are. They're wrong. The roof on the roof, the glass roof here is way up.
And the body of the truck, look how tall it is to the wheel and to John Hammond.
Yeah,
or not John
100%
Hammond.
Correct.
Alan Grant, right?
Yeah, it is not the right scale. I am wondering if they did that because of the Jurassic Park logo.
They 100% did that. Yeah. I would have seriously fought for them not to do that.
Yeah, well, I might. Yeah, I mean, I would have considered reworking it to make it look right. But just in general, I mean, I like the idea of the set, right? Because it's iconic.
Totally.
Because it was a beautiful scene. It's like one of the best scenes ever.
I have played this scene many times for the girls. They love it every time.
Yeah.
It's like see a little goat man.
And it was so well made. You could like believe that the T-Rex was alive and really
when she's trying to flashlight into the T-Rex's eye and the pupil dilates, I go nicely done, nicely done.
And you can watch it today and it still stands up. And I said this in my review.
The first one is just perfect.
I said this in my YouTube video on this exact movie and the T-Rex Rampage, that CGI still stands today with some of that stuff. So
Still awesome.
It was top notch.
For the record, though, and at least they put Dr. Grant, is that his name? I can't remember.
Dr. Grant.
They put him in this set at least as well, so that's good because he wasn't in the other two.
Obviously.
Ian, freeze!
Ian's in 2 sets right now, but I think this set needs a bit of an extension because they need to have a little bathroom down the way here.
Yes, you're right. The lawyer's not there. The blood
lawyer's not here. We need
the only one on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
Oh, jeez. So
Newman.
Newman.
So
hopefully,
tangent
time. I saw a great funny where somebody put Kramer coming into the Seinfeld's apartment saying, "Hey, have you seen Newman?" And Seinfeld says, "Yeah, he was supposed to be here over an hour ago." And the next thing it goes to the scene of him in the rain with the Dilophosaurus. And they put a laugh track to it, so when it's like everybody's laughing, and then it hits at him and they're laughing more. It's hilarious.
I never really thought of that because it's the same actor.
He was so good in the movie. He was so bad. He was good.
Amazing.
You have to say the magic word.
He didn't say the magic word.
Yeah. So the next one I know we're all looking forward to, sarcasm included, which is the Spice Girls tribute Brickhead.
Oh, here we go.
You want to be my lover.
Which is only
I want
years
Carrie
friends.
Is that already out?
Like forever. Friendship never
I do not believe so.
If you want to be my lover.
25 years old. Dave's going to stare at us for the rest of the night. When is it being released? I'm trying to find the time.
Hey, girl power!
That the Olympics in London, they were the highlight of the opening show. I mean, it was great. That opening show in the Olympics when they did it in London a few years back, I thought was brilliant. It almost rivaled Vancouver Winter Olympics for the opening.
Let's see if there's a date.
I was entertained.
65.
Hello, sir.
Hey,
Jeff.
Hey,
Jeff. It says coming soon. There isn't a date listed yet.
No date. Yeah.
For the Spice Girls. So yeah, you came at the perfect time. We're talking about the Spice Girls.
I actually have funny words about the Spice Girls.
Does that have anything to do with Dave's singing, which you might have heard just beforehand?
Not my singing.
Afraid I missed that.
Might as well, Jeff. Might as well.
Anyways,
So, we're Lego, and we've got this great idea for music stuff, We're gonna call it video, okay, and we're gonna release it so that all these musical things can happen and blah blah blah. Okay, great. We should make a tribute to the Spice Girls. Yeah, I mean we've got video coming out. That's a great idea, Ted. No. Brickheads. But we could make
minifigures.
We can make minifigures, and we can make a van or whatever, or a tour bus, like a double-decker London bus.
Yeah.
That
would have been awesome.
Yeah, turn it into a stage.
Yeah.
Nah.
Brickheads.
No, they did that in French too much.
Brickheads. Yeah.
I mean, ideally though, I like minifigs or whatever. Even just looking at the Brickheads, automatically it's Spice Girls. You didn't even have to see the logos or anything, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I had heard some people were speculating that because the Lego had the deal with Universal for video and stuff like that, perhaps this is one of the side deals. You got to do a couple of you've got to include some of we want some Spice Girls merchandise or something. Who knows, right?
I mean, I know that more. I was chomping at the bit for Spice Girl Brickheads. I don't know about you fellas, but I was like, man, who I really want to see in Brickheads in Lego form? Not the Beatles, not even the Monkees, not Nirvana, the Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls. Yeah.
So somebody on Instagram said, "Why does Posh Spice look like Sirius Snape?" Is it Sirius Snape? And I said, "What's that?"
Victoria's Posh again?
Yeah, Posh.
Yeah,
Victoria.
okay, yeah.
And I said because she likes potions.
Potions. Some jokes should just
don't forget
be
to
said, Rick. I think we should just have a bad dad joke.
The bad dad joke. Presented by Rick Brickham's
here.
from Brickham's Den. Brickham's Den. Follow us
Specializing
on
in bad dad
Instagram.
jokes. Also on
Digitally
Instagram.
Anyways, so Jeff, you did arrive at the perfect time.
I do
I have
that.
to say.
No, just skip it. It's a waste of time.
Transformers.
Nobody wants this.
So yeah, still a rumor.
Autobots
Nothing.
roll out.
Still a rumor. Nothing has actually been officially announced. But
It's happening, people. It's happening.
we are hearing from some people. I won't say who. And Rick, point down. Point down, Rick. Point down, Rick.
Point down,
Rick's
Rick.
not listening.
Oh,
Anyways,
Point at me.
yeah, there. Some people. Yeah. So yeah, that there's going to be an Optimus Prime.
It's
set.
happening. It's
But
happening.
the Prime Optimus Prime, that's the one I like though.
The original.
They
Yeah,
come over.
it's the
It's the
original.
Prime Optimus Prime.
Um,
None of
Yeah,
these
so-
like nose things.
So Promo Bricks was reporting a 1508 piece Optimus Prime. It could be based on the upcoming Transformers: Rise of the Beast movie, which was, according to Jeff, was after would come after a Bumblebee. I believe you said, Jeff. Is that right? Like a sequel to Bumblebee. So I'm hoping it's original Prime as well. But I mean, this has got a lot of us scratching our heads because Hasbro owns Transformers. Hasbro had their own line of Lego Creo product. Not
Yeah, but it
Lego,
sucked.
Creo. But it sucked and didn't do well. And they built an Optimus Prime, and I saw the picture of it. Actually, I got the picture of it in the next tab. And it's like did hell freeze over or something? That Hasbro approached Lego and said, "Hey, will you please fix this for us?"
Can you make us a
Well-
good set that we can sell and make money off of?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is that, if you look at the brick stuff that Hasbro out right now, like their GI Joe stuff is garbage. Like the motorcycles the figures sit on, they don't. It's not like they're nestled in the cockpit of the motorcycle or anything. So that sucks. The Creo stuff was big when it happened. Like I bought the Enterprise, I bought the Bird of Prey, and then I gave it to my dad because that's what you do because he's a Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
And no matter what happens with this line or whatever, we're all going to be able to say at least we had a chance, or for some of us, at least I went out and I bought it when I could. Because, I mean, if Optimus Prime is a hit, maybe we'll get more. Maybe we'll get a Megatron eventually, which would be great.
I can
Megatron
guarantee.
be awesome.
I can guarantee that it's going to be a hit. I can guarantee.
Oh yeah.
Well, the only thing is, what happens if Lego does a crap job? Which I hope
Lego never does a crap job.
Well, okay, but what if? Right?
Really?
I mean, come on.
Headless
Let's-
ATST.
This is Hasbro's version, and it was a crap job. I
Spoiler.
don't think
Yeah.
anybody will argue with that.
Yeah, but it was Hasbro's. You had to demolish it to transform it, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's a good point. This is going to be fully transformable without taking it apart.
Yeah.
Is it?
So that's what they're saying.
I mean, so the thing about it is Creo was Oxford bricks out of Korea.
Okay.
And the bricks were good. They were fine. They weren't the greatest. And that was the one big thing that nobody liked. Was well, do I keep it in alt mode or do I keep it in robot mode?
Yeah.
And if that's the case with Lego, where we don't have to disassemble a set to get it into truck mode or whatever, that's great. But can they do that for all of the Transformers? Probably. But
Yeah.
will they? It all
Yeah.
depends on Hasbro.
Good point. That's a good point. So, I mean that worst case scenario, the sets are horrible. Best case scenario, it comes out. If people don't like it, they're going to build their own versions, and we're going to see some amazing Transformers. We're going to see a boom of Lego Transformers. I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't think of it right now. We have a guy that's based out of Mississauga, Ontario.
Really good guy.
Yeah, I forget his name, and he's been building Lego Transformers forever.
For
His own
decades.
version. Yeah.
and they do transform without
Yes.
taking them apart.
Yeah. So
And
we
he
know it's
sells the
possible.
instruction online, so
Yes, he does. And I'm sorry if you're ever watching this. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I can picture you in my head, which doesn't help. Yeah, I mean, Axel, welcome by the way. Buy two, one to build the truck, one to build the robot. But then you have to buy two, and that didn't work.
Yeah, that's
transformable. And transformable that doesn't fall apart as you're transforming. That's the trick, right?
I'm just gonna say, for me, it's like the one set that I've seen since the Saturn V that I actually want to buy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I would,
and that's in my price range because I saw the Titanic the other day and then going, oh man, I would have loved to have that. But no.
like the big Titanic, the actual set that's out right now.
Yeah, the big one.
Dave, where would you put that? And that's everybody's biggest.
That's point number 2. Point number 1 is the affordability.
Well, I mean, the answer for where you would put it is you just break it in half and just kind of put it halfway in a bin sticking out. Maybe was it in 3 parts? I can't remember now if it when it broke apart, if it broke apart into 3 parts. Not the model, I mean the actual Titanic when it sunk. But anyways, I thought that was funny. Okay. So yeah, retailing around €169.
$219.99 Canadian.
There you go. So yeah, we can hope, and hopefully, if there's a leak now, we'll hear about it in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be all happy. Or maybe it'll be a month, or maybe it'll be never, and we've all been duped by rumors.
It's happening, people. Trust me.
Well, that's what he says. This next one is for all the Calvin and Hobbes fans in the world. I found this on Brothers Brick today, and I just loved it.
Oh, that's cute.
And I just wanted to share it because
that's awesome.
Calvin and Hobbes are awesome. And it's got powered up. So if you get a chance, go to Brothers Brick and look for this one. Apparently, it's motorized, which is awesome too. Dear Lego, or Dear Lego Ideas, get this as a set. Okay. Not yet released sets. There's not much new here. The interesting thing was the Jurassic Park sets haven't been added to this yet. But they have added the new base plate numbers in case someone is wanting to buy base plates in paper packaging. Anyways, I'm not going to continue with that. True North Bricks has some Canadian Lego deals, as we've talked about in the past. We're kind of adding that into this, or I've chosen to add that into here. If you are looking on True North Bricks, you just go to the Canadian deals, and anywhere there's a smiley face are things that are actually on discounted.
Really discounted.
Yeah, really discounted. These ones are also discounted, but these are more discounted. This hasn't really changed, I don't think, since last week. There was an Advent calendar available for Harry Potter last year. And it has sold out. I did click on it today, so it should be now a sad face because it's sold out. And the rest of it, anyways, there wasn't much on deal yet, but I will be watching this, I think, from now on too. And if we find something, we'll let you guys know. And Bricklink reference catalog, we don't need to see that anymore. So I think that puts us onto our topic, which I'm just realizing I did not load the graphic for.
Dum dum dum.
Dum dum.
What kind of production
Production
issues.
Now I can understand why Rick is always on the Instagram instead of here.
Yeah, less production issues. I do agree.
High quality production on Instagram.
High quality. Agree.
High quality.
Why can I not find it?
Don't get better.
And of course, it opened on the wrong screen.
Like butter.
Speaking of Rick and Instagram.
Let's get digital.
This idea did come from Rick.
I want to get digital. Let's get into digital. Let me hear you digital.
Let me hear your keyboard talk. Let me hear your keyboard talk.
In short, I love you.
So I just wanted to point out, Dave, that the square made it on here. It's a very badly done square because I've lost half the pieces.
Oh, there it is.
Hold it up.
I recognize that layout.
This was our square that we had done in class.
That's awesome.
But like I said, just because I haven't loaded the file in so long, it couldn't find half the elements. I don't know where they've gone to.
Parts library missing.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, but this is test director, or sorry, not test director. That's my
track designer.
Track designer, TD. Blue Brick, MLCAD, and Rick's favorite Studio, which I actually built this in Studio. This is my stuff. I didn't build this one in MLCAD. I just had that from a because someone had posted years ago all the different sets built digitally. But yeah, just we're going to talk about digital tools that are available for designing Lego related stuff. Yeah, that's the topic. So I don't know who wants to start. Do we get Rick to start because he's like the digital
Rick,
guy?
the specialist.
All right. Well, I don't know if I am a specialist. I've been
Compared
using
to the rest of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been using Studio for 2 years. I jumped into it in 2020 after I released my very first brick built mock on Reddit.
We forgot to do this, but we'll do it in a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I released a brick built mock on Reddit, and people were asking me, when can I buy the instructions? And I had never even thought about making instructions. And so I said, well, how do I go about doing that? Well, first you have to make it digital and then make instructions for it. I mean, I could have done a video of bricks being put together, but I decided to go into digital. So I tried LDD, hated it right away.
LDD, yeah, which is the one that
Lego
is no longer available, so that's why I didn't have a thing for it here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Lego Digital Designer, which was the original digital designer program from years and years and years ago, from what I understand. And then
not the original, but original Lego owned.
Correct. That's right.
Yeah.
There's been others, but the original Lego owned design program. And then I hated the interface. So I learned about Studio and thought, okay, let's give Studio a try, and loved it right away. Much more user-friendly. Part selection is not as great as LDD, but it will improve now that Lego actually owns Bricklink, therefore owns Studio.
Okay.
And has abandoned LDD. There's a good chance they'll upgrade and continue to improve Studio. Let's hope they keep it free.
You don't think you think it'll become a for-profit thing?
I honestly don't, but if they're looking for other ways to bring in some money, that's a way.
Yeah. Huh. I never thought about that.
Well, you could look at it two ways. You could look at it that, well, they're gonna make a paying version or like a version. There's gonna be a free version and an upgraded version, which for you have to pay for, or
with all the special features.
Or they could like keep it free, but add profit, kind of profit from it by like, I don't know, like the years ago you could upload your digital design to Lego. I think it was called Lego Designer or something like that. You could upload your design, your digital design. They would produce the set and mail the set to you in a box.
Yes. That program, I think. Right, and I would love it if they would bring back programs like that, because I think Chris Zoom did that with a set, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, he was handpicked by Lego to make a set,
right,
and
do that. So that's fantastic. I would love to do that myself. That would be killer for me to have that done. I honestly don't think they will start charging for it, because it's historically free, and I think that's encouraging people to do it.
Yeah.
If they start charging in any way, it will definitely kill the fun and definitely kill that portion of it. Like, I could see them charging if you wanted to upload your parts to Bricklink, or if you wanted to render, maybe they could charge per render. You only get a certain number of free renders before you start paying. Anyway, all of that aside, it's a fantastic program, and building in Studio is a very unique experience. And right now, Brick Huntress Kate is doing Instagram. I'm co-hosting Build Challenge for digital design, and I'm teaching people how to do it. I'm Instagramming with people every day, giving them advice on how to use the Studio program. It's a lot of fun. And the nice thing about it is that you can do stuff in it that you can't do in real life. And if you're not planning to build stuff that's going to get built in real life, then have at it. You can make artwork with this. You can use any color palette for any piece that you want. That's an awesome looking Commodore. I
It's
love
one
that.
of the. It's a Mac, but it's.
Mac. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. It's actually one of the free samples that they actually have in the application.
Oh, you're kidding? Okay.
No, I just saw it because.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Rick, did you ever use MLCAD at all?
No.
ta-da!
Yeah.
MLCAD. Since Dave mentioned it, I'm just going to jump right in. MLCAD is one of the better software that we had for years, because you had all your views like in one screen, and you could select a part and you can move it and you can see it moving everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part about well, not the best part. What Jeff's showing is the best part. But MLCAD could import into POV Ray, which is utterly fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, just for me, it's all keyboard related. It's not WSD. It's arrow keys and page up, page down, or home.
And you can cut and paste really easy, and you can move around 3 dimensions, and you can turn, and you can make pipes. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, this is where this is my expertise in the way of building stuff.
Right.
Digitally, this is what I've been using. I am trying to switch over because, Studio is the newer, greater thing. But
are they still supporting MLCAD and ElpDraw?
This is MLCAD version 3.4, which is from 2003. Has been no new version, but MLCAD or ElpDraw just released a parts library of last week. So
ElpDraw is still being supported. You're still getting parts, and you can still use it.
People are still designing parts. But here's the weird thing. When I installed Studio, I saw something pop up on the screen, and I just pulled it up here. And I don't know how well I can. I don't think I can zoom in on there. Well,
yep, we see it.
I don't know if you can see it. There's a folder called ElpDraw in Studio.
Interesting.
And in there is the parts libraries from ElpDraw.
Ah,
okay. That's interesting.
Because Studio was designed by Bricklink and not by Lego,
right?
They were using the original MLCAD libraries. So if people are adding ElpDraw files, it's still the old days. If they're still doing the DATs for the new parts, then this triggered me thinking this because, Rick, you said that the part library isn't as up to date. But if people are still creating the original part libraries, I bet you someone is loading those in from the Lego side now, I guess, into
well, I think they're probably going to let the group that runs Bricklink and Studio continue to do it as a separate entity until they have to weigh in, because whoever is running it is doing a great job. They release an update almost every month.
Yeah.
And it's always either a glitch fix with a whole new host of parts or some other new feature that makes things better. Okay. Last year, I forget which point in the year, but it was pretty early on, they introduced Illuminated Bricks, which allows you to actually light up pieces inside of Studio so that when you render, it looks like light is emitting from a brick, which is fantastic. I've used it a number of times in my things. Once you're done showing these programs off, if you'd like, Jeff, I can quickly show you some cool things in Studio.
Yeah, for sure.
I can share my screen. Oh, you finish up.
Okay. Yeah. No. I was just. Okay.
I
was just pulling up. So yeah, we talked about MLCAD. We talked about Studio. So MLCAD is based on ElpDraw, which was the original non-graphical user interface. It was like a DOS shell where you would actually build digitally in DOS. Dave's also sharing. Let's just throw his on. Oh no, Dave's not.
Whoa.
Dave was sharing this.
Do you see this, Jeff?
Well, I can. There you go.
Oh yes.
So Dave has built his. So this is MLCAD.
Oh, this is Track Designer.
Track Designer, yeah.
And then this is MLCAD of the base.
Yeah.
And then this is MLCAD, the base inside POV Ray.
Yeah, POV Ray, yeah.
And then we did the whole layout in POV Ray.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then Jeff's and we did that 10 by 18, which I brought into POV Ray.
Yeah.
And but the important one here, I think, is going to be this guy. If we go down here, I guess this one. I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you used to be able to digitally or basically create a film.
Yeah, you create a walkthrough path for the camera, right?
Yeah.
It's like 3D Studio Max.
It's a lot of fun to do all this, and I just wish I had a better rendering because it looks a little washed out, but it did the job. So, but this is all MLCAD and using POV rate. This is again what Jeff said with MLCAD back in 2003. This is when I was doing this kind of stuff.
So
This is amazing. I love it.
yeah, I mean, it's just like the technology we had back then with these tools were just like absolutely amazing, right?
Yep.
So yeah, Dave also mentioned, I'm just going to throw up Track Designer here as well, which is, like I said, so this is the tool we would use to design, the first tool we had to use to design train layouts and things like that. I'll actually pull up a train layout because I have one here. RTL layouts, Brickfest 2003. No. Let's just see. Train 1. So, okay, apparently I didn't have one there. Train 4. There we go. Altenburg. So this is a train layout we had years
Oh,
ago.
I remember that one.
And unfortunately, I can't really scale because it doesn't really do scaling so well. But 4 or 5 of us decided to get together, maybe 6 of us, and we designed a whole train layout and used this tool, right?
Awesome.
Which was like a multi-level thing. This was also followed by Blue Brick, which I have here, but I didn't get a chance to open it.
I have something on Blue Brick, Jeff.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't we'll jump over to you as well in a moment then. So Blue Brick was a similar idea, just it also allowed you to import models as well. So I'll close this and I'll stop sharing. I'll remove mine from the stream. Who are we going to first?
You go to David.
Sure. So here's
I'll take the
Dave's.
best last.
See that whole
Very cool.
That's our layout for the Moonbase layout for the 2019, the last Bricomanie we did, and
Okay.
that's all done in Blue Brick.
Yeah.
See, I imported my own Moonbase module into Blue Brick, so when I put together my layout or plan my layout, I can actually see where all of the modules go. And
These programs you're showing me so far look very much like CAD, similar type very like accurate. You know, that 3D rendering of the walkthrough there reminded me of 3D Studio Max, which was another soft death based program.
A lot of it was based on those softwares, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Just
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Axel had made a comment as well, just throwing that up for make the program free, but have sets with bricks that you pay for. So
All blue
free
bricks.
program to design. Well, yeah. Basically, you know, you can design for free, but if you want to build the set or whatever, obviously you pay for it. Or
That's
I
what I was
think,
kind of getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of where they were going as well with putting it into Bricklink, is that if you want, you can, when you're done building that set in Studio, you can just say, get me all the parts, and it can't do that. It'd be for multiple buyers, most likely. Let's throw Rick's up here. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
wait
Go
till
ahead.
you're-
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm ready. So yeah, the Studio is a very different beast in terms of how you navigate. So you have one window pane. If you want to quickly change views, you can pop up here and you can do, you know, side view, top view, bottom view, if you really want to quickly do it. But I just find navigating with holding down your mouse button and just sort of rotating around is the easiest way to do it. The thing I love about Studio is it utilizes keyboard commands just like Windows does. So if I want to click on a brick and hit Control V and then Control V, or rather C first and Control V next, I can copy a brick out.
Yeah.
Once you've copied it, you can paste till your heart's content, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can also group select. If you wanted to quickly rotate a piece, you can do a few things. You can use your keyboard arrows to rotate pieces in all the axes, or you can click on the rotation, and there you have access to X, Y, and Z
And
in all
finer
directions.
detail. Yeah.
Exactly. And you can
And
actually
gives you the percentages on there too. Or
correct. It
degree,
shows
right?
you the actual degree,
Nice.
and you can type it in too. So if I wanted to type exactly 89.6765, you know, you wouldn't really get down to that finite of a degree.
But you could.
But you could, exactly. And another little feature I like is, like, when you go to move a part, the default is that when you move the part, it's moving it in the axes as they appear or as they are perpendicular to the orientation of the object. So if I wanted to move this in this direction, I could hold Alt and just kind of drag.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But if you want to move it straight up and down, let's say you wanted to just move it straight up and down.
Yeah.
You hold Control, click the yellow box, and it reorients orientates the axis, and now I can move it straight up and down, even though it's
See, and that's where I was having problems, was trying to figure out how to move stuff around in the app when I started working on it.
It's so intuitive. I just find it so intuitive.
Yeah, once you figure it out.
Once you figure it out, exactly. It takes some time. There's definitely a steep learning curve, but once you get it, you get it. Sub-assemblies, another really great feature. This whole entire assembly in the back is a sub-assembly. So if I want to edit it, I just go into it, and now everything else that isn't part of the assembly it's
just wireframe.
Yep.
Nice.
And you can't accidentally select pieces and delete and whatnot. Now you can go ahead and you can edit it. And the nice thing is that if I was to copy this assembly, I'll just copy this a few places. Watch what happens if I go into one and I start moving a piece around. You'll see it moves around in every one of those assemblies.
Oh, cool.
So it's basically live updating the assembly, which is, a really cool feature.
Yeah.
So you can leverage that if you're building, let's say you're making a house and you wanted to make a window and you wanted the window to be the exact same every time. And then you wanted to, if you wanted to edit that window, you could edit the window in place once and it would change all of them together. So you can really leverage that. Yep. Lots of different features. So I really love Studio. I love it. I love the way it's presented. I love the way you can render with it. I had some renders that I was going to show you. So just 1 second. Let me just pop down on it here. And you can make, oh, what's going on right now? Oh yeah, I'm in this window. Oh my God. I thought I was on this screen, but I was actually on my other screen. That's hilarious. So I just made these yesterday, but you can get, where is it here? Let's just go down to, let's just do this one. So this is a good example of a high quality render that you can actually get out of this program. Can you see that or no? You can't.
Not yet, no.
It's coming. It's coming. There you go.
Can you zoom in on that a bit?
I can.
Just so we can see how close up and.
So now, it's not coming through as clear on the YouTube screen as it is on mine, but you can see how realistic it looks.
Yeah.
And the thing about Studio is it renders pretty well, but I still like to touch it up afterwards in Photoshop. And what I mean by that is I sharpen the image, I play with the saturation, play with the light balance, just to kind of give it a bit more realistic look. But you can get and this is one thing I actually pointed out. And there's a gentleman on YouTube named Jason of Playwell Bricks who does great tutorial videos. So anybody that's watching, if you want to learn about Studio, Playwell Bricks is a great place to start. I noticed these are round pieces, but Studio isn't recognizing them as round. It's giving them like tangents.
Yeah, because it's easier to render a straight line than it is to render curves.
Correct. And it even happens in the program. So if I go back to the program, you'll notice that in the program it's showing them as jagged edges. And I found out from Jason, because I asked him, have you run into this? He said, yes. It has to do with the memory of the program.
Yeah.
So AutoCAD does something similar.
Yeah.
But if you refresh, it changes it depending on where you are in your zoom. It will change it back to full circle, but this does not have that option. So I'm hoping that they make that an option in the future. That's it.
Very nice.
Cool.
Axel wants you to throw a space background in there. Can you change the angle the light comes from and its intensity?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and yes.
Yeah, and with the Pavre stuff for the older stuff, you could do that as well.
Right.
Yeah, MLCAD, you used to be able to put lights, but it was always a pain in the butt. You always had to keep on changing it to figure out where they are.
Yeah, you can make it very dark, very bright. You can change the position of the light coming from 4 different corners. You can do Pavre, you can do animated, you can do photorealistic in terms of renders. And I typically render photorealistic.
Like when you made that Kubrick out of on digital, that was just gorgeous.
Yeah,
that
thanks,
cube was gorgeous.
for sure.
Appreciate it. I need to get that. I need to source the parts for that and build it. I do. I really do. I've got 23 people on a list that want instructions. So I've got to get that thing done.
It's one of those things, it's just it'll happen someday.
This is it. I'm thinking that and the house for Halloween is pretty realistic at this point.
Rick, I have a question.
Absolutely.
You said you learned.
No.
You said you learned to use Studio to do instruction. How do you make instruction once your digital model is done? Is it an automatic thing, or do you have to?
Let me reshare my screen again because I'll show you the function. Here we
go. Castle animation. Yeah, I wish, Axel, but no.
No.
I work more than Dave does apparently when he was doing that, because that would have taken like a year to put together.
I gotta say, back in the day but first of all, you have to build the stuff virtually, and then secondly, you had to do POV ray, and I was doing it at 24 frames a second, and I had 2 laptops running POV ray for different timestamps, and it took about a week to generate all the BMPs, and they were BMPs, not JPEGs or GIFs. BMPs.
Yeah,
they're massive.
Bitmaps, yeah.
And then you had to stitch them all together.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
My goodness. Well,
So, yeah.
I need to get a better computer because last night I was on a stream with a guy who can render something like this in about a minute, maybe 30 seconds, and it takes me 11 minutes to render just this. So I need to improve. But
Hey, dude.
David, to answer your question, just up here in the screen, right up here, you'll see there is a instruction button. So once you've got your model made, and you can set things up in here to make instructions easier, but this is all just separate pieces. So if I go to the instruction maker, it's going to lay out, it's going to take a bit here too. It's going to lay out steps based on what they think is the most
also,
logical.
it automatically puts it into layers itself. And the instructions,
like the steps,
it does.
MLCAD, you would actually set up which pieces are per step, and
right. But you see what's happening. Let's see what it does when it's finally done.
Yeah,
it's still doing something.
Yeah,
here.
you can set steps up as well in this application, right? Like,
but you can never do that in MLCAD.
Yeah, I mean, look what they've done here. They've said that the first 3 steps are empty. The next step is
it's automatic.
The next step is to insert this guy, which is ridiculous. So
first insert Rick.
We do agree your sig fig is ridiculous.
Yeah, and then you always got to start with Rick. And so, ridiculous. So you're going to want to go through this, and basically when you set up a step, so let's say I wanted to set up step 1. I go to step 1. Actually, sorry. Let's go to a place where there are bricks. So let's say I wanted to put this brick on step 1. So you say move to step, and you can do move to first step. So now if I go back up to the first step, the first thing you do is place this brick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is how you do the instructions. This is a really basic introduction to the instructions, but that's essentially it. Once you've done,
it kind of like it gives you a template to work on.
Exactly.
It's a lot smarter than MLCAD, because MLCAD, that was all manual. You would either make your whole mock as one step, or you can just make your own and subparts and all that stuff, and you would have subparts being brought in. Yeah. I made lots of directions in MLCAD way back in the day.
Right.
But it was a time consuming because it's manual, and you have to say, and then you think about it. This is the base, and build up or top, build down, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you had to do it manually.
I did notice on the side there, sorry, Rick, on the side when you had all the steps laid out on the left side or on the right side of the screen.
Correct.
Yeah, so you've done it differently on this one.
So this is the APC, and I've gone through painstakingly and set up every step on this model. Yeah. Now, the one thing you'll notice if I go to page design, this is my final page.
Yeah,
that's
which
nice.
looks awesome.
Right. So thank you. Something that I did, which this just took me forever, but this is a disclaimer at the bottom that basically says anybody buying these can't redistribute them, which of course somebody is right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You can't stop everybody.
Yeah.
No, Anthony Saba has that problem all the time. They're stealing his instructions and selling them themselves.
Yeah, it's
Screens,
brutal. I haven't been
The
stolen
last
by
20
Lepin
years.
yet, but pretty close to Lepin. So
You've made a big time win.
yeah, but the nice thing about the instruction makers, you can change the appearance of this. Like you can really customize. So this thing right here, you can customize the scale of the box.
Yeah.
You can customize the curvature of the outline of the box, the thickness of the line, the color of the background, everything. What the description of the part is. And so this has, I think, 168 pages. Let's see how many pages there are here.
What is this? Like obviously not it's obviously not an 80s build. As in an 80s version of the instructions.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. And at the very end, you've got your parts list. Now, this is auto-generated, but I still set these pages up so that there's only 6 or 7 pieces a page, because otherwise I crammed so many on, it was like impossible to see them.
Yeah. So, and from the MLCAD, the old days, there was another program we had that was basically for building instructions. And I had done that for all the Fett models that we had. Coincidentally, right. Jeff did the one that I designed. Did that one actually sell? On your
last night did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I tuned into Jeff's auction kind of late, and he said, "Hey, Jeff, we were just talking about you." I'm like, "Oh, why?" But yeah, like for those, we had our own. There was a separate tool to build the instructions that was based on the LD and the Pavre, and it tied everything together and did very similar to what this is doing, although
a lot more
this
manual.
is a lot better. Yeah, well, this is a lot more robust than what we had. So,
well, and this is the thing, and like I went through this page, I custom made this page to show, there's a bottom connector of 2x2 round plate. You want to take this entire thing and put it onto here, and then there's instructions over here on how to do it, and This was a lot of fun for me, but it took a lot of time for me to get it done the way I wanted it to be done. But I was doing it because I knew I was selling these things and I wanted people to be happy with them, not to have any problems with them, because, of course, I do not want to be dealing with, hey, I can't figure out your instructions, right? And it's more because not for me, but for them. So it just made me feel good to produce something quality and make it work.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, I will stop sharing now. Thank you very much, Jeff.
No problem. I mean, we could talk about this for all night long because there's so many different tools that we've had, and I didn't think about the Pavre and the instruction generator, which I can't remember what it's called right now, but I can look it up pretty quick. I didn't think about all that stuff that we had in the past. In order to do the same things.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, it was all community run and
all community run. And it was for free.
And it was free, which was awesome. And you could run it on any computer pretty well. You could run it on any Windows PC.
Back in the day,
I am still waiting for a tablet-based or a phone-based proper digital designing tool for Lego.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, exactly. It's too processor intensive and stuff to 3D
it's render. Too detailed. I don't want to look at a small screen. I want my mouse. I want my very fine.
If you had a tablet, I mean, to me that should technically work, right? A tablet and a silhouette, or what's I can't remember what those are called, the pens.
Stylus.
In order to do it. Stylus, thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, like having that to me would be nice to have, because then you could do it on the go. Like, I was debating what I'm going to do when I'm in an airplane for 5 hours going to Bricks Cascade, and I'm like, you know what? I'm probably going to end up opening my computer and digitally designing something. I don't know what yet. What was that?
Playing Minecraft.
Playing Minecraft.
No, but I mean, I'd rather do something useful than sit in a plane with and Twitter
Angry Birds.
Angry.
Yeah, no.
Why don't you, Jeff? Why don't you reconfigure your spreadsheet for the value and number of sets available?
That's a good point. I should do that.
I meant you could do that on the plane. Do it on the plane.
Oh no! Why do I need to reconfigure that?
And then show everybody around you. Hey, everybody, check this out!
Wow, look how many sets are not available on Lego.
I'm in a spreadsheet.
Have you seen that scene in Airplane when the people are all topping themselves because that guy just keeps telling them never-ending stories about his life, and one woman hangs herself from this?
I just like Mrs. Cleaver talking jive. That was just the best scene ever.
Pro, Slick.
Oh my goodness!
So
it's okay. I speak a little jive.
That was a brilliant movie. And Lloyd Bridges. I picked the wrong day to quit smoking.
Yeah,
man, just everything about that movie was just fantastic.
Yeah, the second one was good too.
was okay. Well, anything with Shatner's is okay, but
Yeah.
the first one was just awesome, though.
Yeah.
I need all the lights on the field right now.
That's when I developed my drinking problem.
What does this thing do? Well, it's blinking lights, sir.
Blinking lights.
But if you put it in here, it must do something. Figure it out.
I just love
Your Victor Vector.
It's just great.
And just as a my laptop's running Windows 11, and I just discovered this in the past few days. When you hover over to pull up Windows now, they actually have a grouping function now. So because I've half screened Excel and because I've half screened these two apps, they've grouped it into one tab now, which is kind of cool. So anyways, yeah, just geeking out a little bit. So forgive me on that. All right, so 817 current sets available, and let's look at the availability just to see. Wow, hey, numbers have gone up. 595 sets are currently available. What?
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah. They added a few. They added a few.
493 out of stock. Whoops, 493. I can't type. And 71 coming soon. Well, obviously we've had more coming soon added, and 25 on back order. So that does not make sense. 595 available now. Mental note: click the set tab. Okay, out of the sets. I was like, wow, that is a large number. What happened? Okay, 386. Sorry about this, guys. 386, and Dave said Sierra said, yeah, that's right. So let's blame him.
Well, they did add a few sets. I noticed that a few sets.
21 and 62
came back.
So yeah, 817 sets, which was pretty much the number we had. Yep, verified. So 6% more new sets, less out of stock, more on back order, and a few. Well, one coming soon. So
the Falcon says back order. I'm gonna order it right now.
It's one. There's a boat.
oh, you're ordering the Falcon?
I'm pretty sure this year I'm going to buy the Falcon.
Big rain.
Sorry, mute Dave. I just muted you for a second because I think we were getting background. Did I mute Dave? Is everybody else there?
No, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I think someone was talking behind Dave, and I couldn't hear what you were saying, Rick.
I was just saying that I think this year I'm going to get the Falcon.
Ooh. On purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. That was just being sorry.
Does your wife know?
Nice if it was accidental. We've talked about it a little bit, but I just feel like I need to have it.
Wait, let's rephrase that. Does your wife know the price?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Did she say you should just get the AT-AT with it? Like 2-for-1 deal?
There was a discussion we had about her getting a printer that she wanted and me getting the Falcon, and it was agreed that was what's going to happen. Now we got some printers for Christmas that weren't the ones that she wanted, so it'll have to be a new negotiation. But
and she is an artist, so she needs printers to print some of her work, right?
Correct.
So they're not like a $200 laser or something like that.
She got a lot of stuff she got about $1,000 worth of stuff for Christmas, so she did all right.
So now you're like, where's mine?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got some stuff too, so I did all right as well.
Yeah, that's cool. So, anyways, we have been streaming for about an hour 45, an hour 47 technically. So maybe we will land this boat. Wait, land this ship. Ship. Yeah. Anyways, you knew where I was going with that. But I'd like to thank everybody in chat for coming out, and I just realized I haven't looked at chat for a little while. Dave is landing the ship, but so am I, because apparently
that's not a ship, Rick.
It's just, oh yeah.
There's a land speeder right there.
My sister. I just catch up on chat too. My sister is going into work. Sorry about that, sister. I didn't
catch up. Yvonne.
Everybody's. This was a while ago. I'm like a few minutes late.
Oh, I missed her then. Sorry, Yvonne.
Axel was saying he got the current UCS Falcon. It's the first Lego set I got after 35 years. Wow, that's awesome. Are we giving each other 5? What are we doing here?
I'm trying to get the camera to zoom back on me, but it's not working. So I'll just be blurry for the rest of this video.
High five, people!
High five, everybody!
Everybody stay safe.
All right, yeah, stay safe. I'll end this boat now, end this boat. Yeah.